Upon Pokemon Legends Arceus' announcement, fans reacted positively for the most part, pleased that the franchise is beginning to go down a more innovative and contemporary route. It also sparked some valid controversy, with fans highlighting the game's mediocre graphics and choppy animations. I, for the most part, am very excited, so I thought I'd fabricate a list outlining my optimism for the game, elucidating my thoughts of why I think Pokemon Legends Arceus may not be as bad as some people think. However, I'd just like to say that there are still plenty of flaws in the trailer, and I'm not negating any of these critiques. I've heard some legitimate, valid arguments online, and I wanted to cover some of them, and what my thoughts are. Feel free to voice your thoughts in the comments. But anyway, please enjoy the video. Some are misconstrued that the Shinx in the gameplay is absent of any sort of reaction, seemingly detached to its surroundings. The Shinx ignores its brother evaporating and being imprisoned in a Pokeball, lacking any sort of realism or character, creating a sense of artificiality, lacking the mannerisms you'd expect of a wild animal/Pokemon. Unfortunately, it seems to face the same unfortunate fate as Sword and Shield regarding its wild area, with Pokemon not responding to their environment or surroundings, maintaining a bland, senseless personality. However, I have some reasons to believe this will be resolved in the game's release despite the trailer's presentation. Shortly after the game was announced, a new official website had been opened up for the game. It had a short description outlining the basics of the game, but had a very interesting line that most people overlooked, saying, "You can observe them to learn their behaviour," which suggests that there'll be a number of different attributes, behaviours and personalities given to the respective Pokemon species. For example, maybe Garchomp could be presented as a territorial, assertive and competitive species, often acting hostile and aggressive towards other Pokemon, whereas a Bidoof, for example, will be a rather calm, docile creature, being non-aggressive and benevolent towards other Pokemon. Obviously, this is only a sentence on the Pokemon website, so it could mean very little, but I thought it'd be interesting to mention nonetheless. One other thing to mention, the beginning of the trailer shows off some illustrations of Sinnoh, with the final one being shown as Mount Coronet as it comes to life and transitions into the actual game. One of the illustrations depicts two Piplups interacting with one another, so maybe that's a possible indicator that we'll be seeing these Pokemon react to their fellow friends and have different behavioural responses with one another. The next thing I wanted to move on to were the 3D models. When X and Y were first released in 2013, the series had deviated to 3D, interpolating brand new 3D models for over 600 Pokemon. However, we've had the same countless ones for over a decade. Although this isn't a very major dilemma, Masuda promised new Pokemon models for Sword and Shield to give them more life and personality, yet it ended up being merely a lie, with the same 3D models being reused yet again. Finally, however, the trailer reveals some model changes. Although they're still minor, it's exciting nonetheless. The trailer shows off new models for Rowlet and Oshawott, with them both featuring actual mouths instead of having them built into their faces. All of the Pokemon models now feature more polygons and are rendered in a more contrasting style, having a distinct, cel-shaded look, which is much more fitting for the game's art style, looking overall more smooth and refined. Cyndaquil's flames have also returned, after being absent for so long, for nearly a decade after the shift to 3D, finally restoring Cyndaquil's long-lost beauty. The trailer also disclosed that Pokemon will make direct physical contact when battling. I feel like this is important to retain a sense of life and spirit to the Pokemon, which is crucial for a game dedicated to creating your bonds with your Pokemon. A small battle between Gallade and Garchomp shows that Gallade ran up and attacked the Garchomp, placing their lazy hops and emoticons that Sword and Shield use, with true animations to mimic the fight you'd expect. The trailer also shows a couple more examples of this, like Lucario fighting a Staraptor, and it looks really clean and well implemented. Another scene shows Sally running away from the trainer, although minor, is informing us that they've made an effort this time with the animations and should help the Pokemon seem more animated and convincing. Furthermore, in past Pokemon trailers, game footage not final never really meant anything when it was showed. It was usually dismissed by fans due to its superfluous meaning. Game footage not final was again shown in both the BDSP trailer and the Legends Arceus trailer. However, this may actually mean something. During the Switch OLED announcement, a short portion of the trailer revealed new gameplay of BDSP with its much better advanced graphics. With such a dramatic change to BDSP, I won't be surprised to see Legends Arceus receive a graphical update as well. Carrying on, in Sword and Shield's wild area, Pokemon only appeared when they were like 6 centimeters in front of you, having a really small render distance, making the environment look dead from afar. Although this isn't completely resolved from what we can see in the trailer, it shows a Bronzor which can be seen at a bigger distance, meaning they've already made improvements upon Sword and Shield's draw distance. Game Freak's already shown this improvement as well in the Sword and Shield DLC, with you being able to see Wailord far off in the distance in the Isle of Armor, so hopefully they can put it into full effect to make Pokemon Legends Arceus as good as it can be. Following on from this, it kind of seems like they did this in the DLC as a test, so they probably recognise themselves that it's something they need to work on. They also reintroduced the mechanic where Pokemon could follow behind you, although implemented poorly, might have again been to experiment, so hopefully they can build from it and improve it in Legends Arceus. This was about the time Game Freak offices moved to Nintendo as well. Maybe Nintendo was helping the developers code with new techniques, possibly giving them more resources which they can take full advantage of this time around. Furthermore, Pokemon Presents that announced Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, as well as Pokemon Legends Arceus, mentioned BDSP was being made by Ulka Inc. Hopefully this means Game Freak can put all their resources into Arceus and put all their attention into that. Masuda is also the director for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, so hopefully that means he's distracted by that and won't screw up Legends Arceus like he did with Sword and Shield. But the last thing I wanted to cover was the map, and this is something I've seen no one else really mention. The trailer only showed off some grassy plains and a beach, lacking any sort of variety or diversity. However, the website states the specific phrase, harsh environments, when describing the game, which to me sounds like we'll be seeing an array of other biomes. I doubt a forest or beach would fall under the category of a harsh environment, so I wonder if we'll be seeing possibly a snow biome or desert biome, similar to how they were in Breath of the Wild. If so, this could mean the map is much bigger than we thought. In conclusion, I believe the trailer was an early beta build. The trailer described the starting village as bustling with people, and the illustrations depicted lots of townfolk, yet the gameplay showed no other characters apart from you. It also shows a Garchomp wild in a field, which I highly doubt will be where it spawns in the final product. I'd expect Pokemon like Garchomp to be a rather rare species, with its habitat being deep into the mountains or close to the top of Mount Coronet. Obviously we don't know when about the footage was shot, but it looks to be in about a very early stage of development. Maybe the footage in the trailer was purposely from beta footage, as it was before they had implemented too many features to try and not give anything away. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'd appreciate if you could leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Goodbye.